Have you ever pondered about the secret places that changed the course of history? Today, we delve into the enigma of one such place, Station X, more commonly known as Bletchley Park. This place, seemingly ordinary, nestled in the heart of England, played a pivotal role in the world's most devastating conflict, World War II. Station X was the central hub of the United Kingdom's Government Code and Cipher School, or GC&CS, a secret organization tasked with intercepting and deciphering enemy communications. Established in the late 30s, just as the dark clouds of war began to gather, this unassuming Victorian mansion in Buckinghamshire became a fortress of the mind, a beacon of intellectual warfare. But what made Station X truly unique was not its walls or its location, but rather the minds it housed. The British government, in a stroke of genius, recruited the best and brightest from all walks of life, creating a melting pot of mathematicians, linguists, and chess champions. These were not your typical soldiers. They were armed with intellect, curiosity, and an unyielding resolve to protect their homeland. Among the recruits were names that would later echo through the halls of history. Alan Turing, a mathematical prodigy, whose groundbreaking work laid the foundation for modern computing. Dilly Knox, a classical scholar, whose expertise in ancient languages and ciphers proved invaluable. And Joan Clark, a gifted cryptanalyst who defied the gender norms of the time to stand shoulder to shoulder with her male counterparts. They worked in secrecy, their efforts unknown to the world and even to their families. Their battlefield was one of paper and ink, codes and ciphers, where every decrypted message was a victory, a step closer to understanding the enemy's strategies. The stage was set, the actors were in place. The curtain was about to rise on a drama that would change the course of the war, and indeed, the world. Station X, an unassuming location, was about to become instrumental in shaping the world as we know it. Imagine the challenge, a code that changes daily, created by a machine with millions of possible combinations. This was the daunting task faced by the codebreakers at Station X, the British government's top-secret intelligence hub during World War II. At the heart of this challenge was the Enigma machine. This cunning device, used by the German armed forces, encrypted messages in a way that was meant to be unbreakable. The machine had a series of rotors that could be set in numerous ways, resulting in millions of possible combinations for each encoded message. For the codebreakers, this meant that even if they managed to crack the code one day, it would change the next. It was a seemingly impossible task. But as we know, impossibility often sparks the brightest fires of innovation. The relentless work of the codebreakers was awe-inspiring. Day after day, they would sift through intercepted messages, attempting to find patterns or clues that could help them decipher the codes. This was a task that required not only intelligence, but also incredible patience and resilience. The stakes were high. Every minute they spent trying to crack the codes was a minute the enemy was advancing. The turning point came with the development of the bomb machine. This ingenious device was the brainchild of Alan Turing, a mathematician and logician, and his brilliant team. The bomb was designed to speed up the code-breaking process by simulating the operations of the Enigma machine. It was a mechanical marvel that could test thousands of possible settings for the Enigma machine in a fraction of the time it would take a human. With the bomb, the impossible became possible. The codebreakers were finally able to consistently decipher the Enigma codes, providing crucial intelligence that would shape the course of the war. The relentless work, the sleepless nights, the endless calculations, they had all led to this moment. With the creation of the bomba, Station X had cracked the uncrackable. What if you knew your enemy's plans before they even put them into action? Imagine the power that knowledge would grant you. That's precisely the advantage the Allies had during World War II, thanks to the intelligence gathered from Station X. Station X was not just about breaking codes. It was about using the decoded information to turn the tide of war. The intelligence provided by Station X was instrumental in several key battles, including the Battle of the Atlantic and D-Day. Let's talk about the Battle of the Atlantic first. This was a long, grueling campaign, the longest continuous military campaign in World War II, in fact. The German U-boats were sinking Allied ships faster than they could be replaced, threatening Britain's lifeline across the Atlantic. But thanks to the decrypted Enigma messages from Station X, the Allies could reroute their convoys away from the lurking U-boats, drastically reducing losses. This information was so vital that Churchill later wrote, "The only thing that ever really frightened me during the war was the U-boat peril." Then came the pivotal day of June 6, 1944, D-Day, the largest seaborne invasion in history, where again, Station X played a critical role. The intelligence gathered helped the Allies understand the layout of the German defenses, enabling them to plan their landing strategies. More importantly, the Allies used the decoded messages to feed false information to the Germans, tricking them into thinking the main attack would occur elsewhere. The impact of Station X's work was felt not only on the front lines but also in the war rooms where decisions were made. The ability to anticipate the enemy's moves, to know their plans and strategies, was an invaluable advantage. It allowed the Allies to be one step ahead, to counteract, and to strategize with a confidence drawn from knowledge. The power of knowing the enemy's moves was a game changer, tipping the scales in favor of the Allies. And it was all thanks to the tireless work of the codebreakers at Station X. In every war, there are heroes whose names we never hear. As we delve deeper into the story of Station X, a world shrouded in secrecy begins to unfold. Imagine a place where every whisper could alter the course of history, where every decoded message could save countless lives. This was the reality for those working at Station X during World War II. Station X was a fortress of silence, its very existence hidden from the public eye. The people who worked there were bound by a vow of secrecy, their efforts concealed behind a veil of confidentiality. They were the unsung heroes of the war, tirelessly laboring to crack the enemy's codes. Their dedication was unwavering, their commitment unparalleled. Yet amidst the clamor of victory, their voices were absent. Their identities were cloaked in the shadows, their stories untold. They were the silent warriors, their battlefield a world of ciphers and codes. Their weapons were not guns or grenades, but their sharp minds and unwavering determination. Their anonymity was their armor, protecting them from the prying eyes of the enemy. Their work was their shield, safeguarding the lives of countless soldiers on the battlefield. Yet their accomplishments remained unrecognized, their contributions uncelebrated. There were no medals for their bravery, no parades in their honor. Their names were not inscribed on memorials, their faces not etched in the annals of history. Instead, they lived in the shadows, their lives defined by their silence. Despite the lack of recognition, these unsung heroes were not deterred. They persevered, fueled by their unwavering commitment to the cause. Their work was not for glory or fame, but for the preservation of freedom. They believed in a world where tyranny could not prevail, where the voices of the oppressed could not be silenced. In the end, their silence was their sacrifice, their gift to the world. They gave up their recognition, their chance at glory, for the sake of a greater cause. They are the unsung heroes of Station X, the silent warriors of World War II. Their silence was their sacrifice, their legacy our freedom. How do you measure the impact of a secret? A profound question, isn't it? The legacy of Station X, much like its existence during the Second World War, was shrouded in mystery for many years. Yet it's hard to ignore the monumental influence it has had on the world we live in today. Station X was a hothouse of innovation, a cradle of technology where the most brilliant minds of a generation came together to crack the Enigma code. It's here where the foundations of modern computing were laid. The machines developed at Station X, such as the Bombay and the Colossus, were the precursors to the computers we now use every day. They played a pivotal role in the war effort, and their influence can be seen in everything from our smartphones to the supercomputers that power our world. But the legacy of Station X extends far beyond the realm of technology. Its work during the war set the stage for the birth of modern intelligence. The techniques and strategies developed there are still used by intelligence agencies around the world. The concept of gathering, analyzing, and using information to make informed decisions was born out of necessity at Station X, and it has become a cornerstone of how we navigate our complex world. It's crucial, then, that we remember and honor the legacy of Station X, not just as a symbol of human ingenuity in the face of adversity, but as a reminder of the power of collaboration and the pursuit of knowledge. It's a testament to what we can achieve when we come together for a common cause, when we challenge the status quo, and when we dare to dream of a better future. In a world that seems increasingly divided, let's take a moment to appreciate the lessons from this remarkable chapter of our history. Let's remember the courage, the determination, and the spirit of innovation that defined Station X and those who work there. Station X, a beacon of hope in a world at war, continues to illuminate our path into the future.